When economic uncertainty hits, conventional wisdom suggests waiting it out. However, history shows that recessions consistently trigger waves of breakthrough innovation, launching ideas that reshape industries. This video explores the dynamics that make downturns fertile ground for transformative change. This show is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team as part of the Innovation and Technology series. The traditional view is that downturns force companies to cut costs, putting innovation on hold. The reality is that recessions lower barriers, increase urgency, and reward creative problem-solving. Half of today's Fortune 500 companies were founded during economic downturns. One hidden advantage is the lower opportunity cost. When sales are down, the cost of diverting resources to innovation decreases, meaning you're not sacrificing high-margin growth. Slower business cycles also free up capacity and employee time for research and development. The calculation of innovation timing fundamentally changes during recessions. Experimental hours cost far less when markets contract. Innovation projects initiated during downturns show a 2.3 times higher return on investment and a 40% speed advantage in time to market. Resource constraints act as a creative catalyst, forcing teams to focus on what truly matters. This frugal innovation eliminates the unnecessary, focuses on core customer value, and prioritizes building for fast payback and rapid revenue generation. Innovation shifts from the bloated, feature-heavy products of boom times to lean, brilliant solutions during a recession. The focus moves to rapid prototyping, efficient budgets, and calculated, high-impact bets to solve the core problem. Recessions act as evolutionary filters, creating competitive pressure. As the market shrinks, weak competitors exit, opening up market share. Survivors accelerate innovation to win available demand, capturing disproportionate rewards when growth returns. Innovation transforms from a growth accelerator into a survival imperative. Pre-recession, it's a nice-to-have. During a recession, it's a market capture tool. The momentum built then creates lasting competitive advantages post-recession. Federal Reserve research shows that breakthrough innovations have amplified effects during recessions. Companies increase R&D and capital spending more aggressively in response to innovation shocks when the economy is weak, creating a multiplier effect. Innovation shocks amplify because new ideas stand out more sharply against a lower baseline of activity. The stakes for differentiation are higher in shrinking markets, and strategic positioning during a downturn prepares companies for explosive growth in the recovery. The type of financing matters. Equity-financed firms innovate most aggressively because they have the flexibility to retain cash and invest. Debt-heavy companies, constrained by fixed obligations, must prioritize payments over innovation budgets. Recessions trigger a great talent reshuffle. Layoffs flood the job market with skilled professionals who are open to startup opportunities they would have ignored previously. Innovators can assemble world-class teams at affordable compensation levels. The opportunity cost of talent shifts dramatically. During a boom, high-level engineers are locked into stable roles. During a recession, laid-off talent faces uncertainty, making compelling startups attractive. Innovators can quickly build teams they couldn't afford otherwise. History's most successful startups assembled their core teams during or immediately after recessions. This provides access to senior talent and creates mission-driven alignment, as people join for the vision, not just the compensation. Capital becomes strategic, not speculative. Investors shift from chasing hype to concentrating bets on proven teams and validated models. Valuations reset, creating attractive discounts for strategic acquirers, accelerating strategic mergers and acquisitions. When valuations compress, the option value of innovation investments increases. Downturns often see a 60% drop in startup valuations and a 45% M&A discount. This rewards disciplined innovators who have the capital and conviction to invest. Half of today's Fortune 500 companies were founded during downturns. Companies like Microsoft, Airbnb, and Uber succeeded because the economic pressure forced lean operations and clear value propositions from day one. Other recession-born giants include WhatsApp, Instagram, Slack, and Zoom. They focused on solving core pain points simply and efficiently, leveraging scarce resources to build massive, scalable platforms. These successful companies share characteristics like capital efficiency, a clear value proposition, lean operations, and exceptional talent. The constraints of the downturn were forged into their DNA, making them stronger. Recessions often coincide with supply chain shocks. These disruptions force companies to fundamentally rethink how they source materials and manufacture products. The result is an acceleration of reshoring, automation, and process innovation. The innovation response to supply chain disruptions is a shift from fragility to resilience. This includes product redesign to use local materials and simpler components, alongside process innovation like increased automation and regional manufacturing. Recessions create an innovation feedback loop. Successful innovation leads to efficiency gains and survival. This allows the company to capture market share, which in turn funds more innovation, accelerating the cycle and compounding the advantage. This feedback loop leads to compounding advantages. Companies that innovate successfully emerge structurally stronger and are positioned for market dominance when the economy rebounds. The gap between innovators and the stagnant widens dramatically. In summary, recessions spark innovation through lower opportunity costs, resource constraints, and competitive pressure. This leads to efficient solutions, stronger teams from talent reshuffling, and faster breakthroughs due to amplified innovation shocks. For startups, recessions offer better talent access and lower customer acquisition costs. For established companies, they create space for transformative, counter-cyclical investments. For investors, they provide asymmetric risk-reward profiles. Strategic timing is key. In the early recession, focus on efficiency and strengthening the balance sheet. In the mid-recession, aggressively acquire talent and technology. In the late recession, launch new products to position for recovery. To build your recession playbook, audit opportunities created by lower costs or available talent. Secure strategic resources, develop a counter-cyclical mindset, and move decisively when opportunities arise. The risk of inaction is significant. Companies that simply cut costs risk competitive disadvantage, talent exodus, and market irrelevance. While you wait, competitors innovate and capture market share permanently. Key takeaways include: recessions lower the cost of innovation, constraints spark creativity, and talent becomes available. History shows that those who are bold and innovate during downturns dominate the recovery. Economic downturns are inevitable, but they create conditions for transformative innovation. The question is whether you will recognize the opportunity and have the courage to seize it. The companies that define the next decade are being built right now.